silly question from a plumber. How important are reviews to growing my plumbing business? I'm Tyler Williams. I run a marketing agency that serves plumbers, so I know a lot about this particular topic. Let's dive in. Reviews are one of the biggest lifebloods of discoverability for a plumbing company. And I don't want you to ignore them. I don't want you to be soft with them. I want you to be aggressive in your review acquisition strategy. When you are first starting out, you are going to need to go and talk to some people that you have done work for in the past. Most of you, if you're just starting out, like you've done work on the side, go talk to those people, get them to review you on Google. If you don't have people that you've worked for yet, what do? You do free work. You go and talk to your neighbors, you go door knocking, you drum up business, right? You got to get uncomfortable by saying, hey, I'm starting a plumbing company and I'm looking for a job. I need a review. Would you be willing to let me do this on your home? So that way I can get a review and just review me honestly. Okay. So that's another way. The other thing is, if you want to run local services ads, which is something I recommend you do right out of the gate, you're going to need 3 to 5 reviews. Always put your reviews on Google. Don't go to another platform until you are looking at 1,000 reviews, because you need that level of trust into the market and where they are looking primarily. And for the 99% of you, that is going to be Google. Keep them on Google and go ask people. Those are the early days. Now, for other companies who are a little bit deeper into the game, you are likely asking for the review. You're getting some, but you're not getting them nearly at the frequency or volume and that you should. You got to remember that if you're trying to grow your business, you are constantly under the gun of how well do you show up on the internet against other plumbing companies. So Google yourself from about 5 miles away from your home. Not yourself, sorry. Just go 5 miles away, hit plumber near me, and then take a look at what's showing up. Usually you will see local service ads and they will have reviews. If those two companies show up and it's not you and they have way more reviews than you, imagine what it looks like when your company does show up in that listing. It's a click signal, right? So you have to start building that level of trust right out of the gate. And most of you are saying, well, we have it on our invoices. That's not good enough. That is not nearly aggressive enough. What you need to do is you need to ask on site. Now, some of you are saying, well, it's on my invoices and I ask on site, but you're still not actually following up when people don't leave a review. You got to remember that most homeowners, they lead somewhat busy lives. And so you need to get in front of them multiple times to ask for that review. So I'm going to tell you what we do as an agency. We have an email and text message sequence that goes out. It goes out 5 times on each platform asking for that review. If somebody clicks on a link or if they respond in any way, they get removed from that campaign just so that way, okay, we've done our due diligence and we've tried really, really hard. A lot of people don't do it until the final one, until you're like, hey, this is the last time I'm going to reach out, but I could really use this review. It really helps us understand how we can improve our services and shows other people whether or not we're worth hiring. Just be honest with why you want the review. It really is a huge difference in your business growth driver, because that trust shows up in the maps pack for your SEO. It shows up in your local service ads, and it shows up when people are Googling you if you're running other brand awareness initiatives. So it's really, really important. And most people are not aggressive enough. Now, I will almost certainly get comments on this video saying that is way too aggressive. I've done this on shorts already. So I've had people go like, man, don't be annoying. Screw it. Be annoying, because you're only going to be annoying to a few people. Like if you served 10 people, 1 person might actually complain about that methodology. I have the data. I have seen it. Don't tell me otherwise. And even that, it might be 0.5 person, but you can't cut a person in half in this example. When it comes down to it, make sure that you are not letting one negative person throw off the game of your business. And that's exactly what happens when people tell me like, well, I got a complaint, so I dialed it back. And I'm like, how many complaints did you get? 1. Well, how many reviews did you send? 100. You're going to hurt a huge percentage of your business for the 1% person who complained? Come on, don't do that. Watch out for your psychology sabotaging your business because you want to be liked. You're not going to please everybody when you do this stuff. And that's okay. For everyone else, you got to remember, those who do leave the review, chances are it's good. Chances are it's 5 stars. Chances are they liked you. Don't get too focused in on the negative. So now we need to talk about some more recent changes to Google. And these aren't actually changes, but Google is actually starting to enforce them a bit more, which is about the review gating and how you get reviews, how you respond to reviews. So number one, you have review gating. This was super popular with like grade.us or grade.us. And a number of other platforms. Even the CRM that we use to run marketing campaigns has this built in, and it's a problem because we have to actively not use it. And review gating is where you say, all right, 5 stars, anything 3 stars and under, we're going to send to a form. Anything 5 stars and above, we're going to send to our Google reviews. So they leave the review there. Google says that's against terms of service. And you better believe that they are starting to utilize AI to read these responses to look for tells that could get your business listing suspended, and that means like no good leads coming to you organically anymore. That's a huge risk point. Don't want to do that. Then you have AI responses. AI responses they're okay, but you can't, like Google is obviously trying to put in triggers to make sure that it feels legitimate, that it's more legitimate. So, and I would argue that most AI responses are causing some consternation on this. So for instance, they don't want you to mention the technician name anymore, which I thought was an odd one until I realized that, if you are asking your customers to mention the technician name, there's a bit of a liability issue there for Google. But also it can sound overly AI driven. Also, services, like making sure that certain services and keyword stuffing into reviews was something that marketers started to do. And Google's saying, no, we don't want that. So what do they want? They want, to some degree, overly authentic messaging inside of those reviews. So what does that mean? Well, it means just let the customer leave the review as the customer sees fit, which is fine. It's easier on you. It's going to keep you out of hot water in case Google decides to run the ban hammer down these things, which they've started to do. We've seen some accounts that have gotten suspended when there's a plethora of reviews coming in. The other thing that you need to be aware of is that when Google starts to suspect that reviews are falsified or coerced or incentivized in any way, they're going to shadow ban those reviews where they don't ban your profile, but they don't show the review because they feel like they can't trust it. And for some of you, you're going to fall into that trap no matter what, just because it's an automated system. And then you got to wait until Google releases the review, which can take months sometimes. I want you to just get reviews normally. Be aggressive on how you're asking, and then just let the review be what the review is. Respond accordingly by being like, hey, thank you, right? And then go ahead and go get the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. Be careful about overdoing your flow. If you've never asked for a review, or if you get one every 2 months, don't just suddenly jump up to 20 a month, because Google's going to see that as a sign that you are not growing organically and you're farming reviews. Throttle it up slowly. So then bam, next thing you know, you'll be sitting on 100, 200, 300, 500, 4,000 reviews. And that's when your company can shine, because now you have such a big trust metric into the market. You get to say 4,000 people can't be wrong about my plumbing company. And it's going to take you years to get there, but you can. So I hope this is useful. If you want my company to take a look at your marketing, all you got to do is go to mammothforplumbers.com, and we'd be happy to sit down and talk with you about what you got going on and give you some ideas and tips on where you can take it from there. We will tell you about services, but only if it makes sense for both of us, and you still get the information regardless. So we'll see you on the next one.